told your friend you're not okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Top K-Pop, the place where the most shocking moments in Korean entertainment are always dissected to the fullest. If you think you've seen a thrilling stage performance before, get ready, because what happened in Goyang on April 11th, 2026 was no mere surprise, but a new chapter in BTS's stage history. Imagine that night. The skies of Goyang vibrated with the voices of thousands of armies filling the stadium like an endless wave. The chilly air was mixed with the scent of stage smoke, while red, blue, and purple lights danced in the air. That night wasn't just another BTS concert. It felt like the re-enthronement of a legend on a stage that had been waiting for him for so long. The longing after their hiatus seemed to explode along with the cheers of armies, creating an incredibly emotional vibration. As the intro to Run BTS rang out, the atmosphere instantly transformed into a battlefield, high energy, adrenaline-filled, and wild in the best way. Thick fog was emitted from smoke machines, strobe lights flashed like lightning, and BTS's signature hyper-fast choreography hypnotized the entire stadium. However, the tense moment that would go viral occurred when the choreography was at its peak intensity. In the midst of a dance that required extreme precision, a drone camera flew low, just a few meters from the face of Jungkook, the golden Maknae known for never faltering on stage. The drone moved too close, as if trying to capture a dramatic moment that would soon evolve into something far more epic. In a split second, an inhumanly quick reaction, Jungkook reached out and caught the drone with a movement as clean as a scene from an action movie. His movements were so smooth and precise. It was as if the drone had come specifically to be handed to him. Without showing the slightest hint of surprise, Jungkook immediately turned the drone around and pointed the camera at his own face. The sheen of sweat on his skin, his rapid breathing from the intense choreography, and the burning look in his eyes were immediately displayed clearly on the giant LED screens surrounding the stadium. ARMY screamed, not out of fear, but out of disbelief at what they had just seen. And it didn't stop there. Jungkook, with the composure of a world-class performer, aimed the drone at the other members, as if to give ARMY a new perspective they'd never seen before. A perspective from amidst the chaos of a stage filled with smoke and wild energy. In a matter of seconds, the stage transformed into a live cinematic experience, a real-time experience that felt deeply personal to everyone watching. The 17-second clip capturing this incredible moment spread across the globe as soon as the concert ended. X, Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms were filled with clips, and it took just minutes for Jungkook's name to top global trends. Fans created hilarious theories, calling the stunt BTS's new secret choreo, while others praised Jungkook's reflexes, saying they were on par with those of a professional athlete or even a Hollywood action star. Jungkook's performance that night was truly electrifying in every way. His outfit, a jet black leather suit covered in gleaming silver chains, made him look like the main character in a futuristic dystopian film. Every time he moved, the chains reflected light, creating a brutal yet elegant visual effect. His voice remained steady even as he danced at full intensity, proving once again that he was a performer capable of giving 200% without losing control. The high notes in Run BTS sounded sharp and powerful, cutting through the roar of the stadium like the flash of a sword. ARMY members and attendants immediately remarked that Jungkook's aura that night felt different, more mature, more confident, and more dominant than ever before. Every wave of his hand, every lyric, and every look in his eyes felt like it had the power to control the entire stadium. It was no exaggeration to say that Jungkook seemed reborn on that stage. The drone act became a new symbol of BTS's creativity. They weren't just a group that sang and danced. They were performers capable of utilizing every object, every light, and every element on stage as part of their art. Jungkook, in particular, demonstrated that improvisation was his secret weapon. No matter what, he would remain in performer mode, ready to deliver a legendary moment without any preparation. It turned out that the surprises of the night didn't stop with Jungkook's drone capture. After the ARMY's cheers subsided and the members took their positions for the next song, the atmosphere at Goyang Stadium grew even more intense with anticipation. A strange yet exhilarating feeling spread through the audience, as if everyone knew that what they were witnessing that night was something that only happens once in a fandom's lifetime. As the stage lights changed color again, the fog effect thickened, and the heavy beat began to fill the air, the members' auras slowly rose to a new level. The euphoria created by Jungkook's moment only fueled the entire group's energy to perform wilder, bolder, and more unpredictable. The BTS members exchanged small smiles, a sign only understood by performers ready to make history. Jungkook, who had just become the center of the world for those 17 seconds of viral fame, also looked different. He radiated an even stronger confidence than before his drone capture. The way he walked, the way he breathed, even the way he turned to look at ARMY conveyed the feeling of someone who had just opened a new door in his career. Every step felt like it was prepared to be recorded in BTS's glorious archives. When the next song began, ARMY was even more surprised as BTS performed a special remix version that had never been performed at any concert before. The remix brought a new energy, edgier, louder, and more dramatic. It was as if the drone incident had given BTS a spontaneous boost to deliver a performance that far exceeded initial expectations. ARMY, who hadn't yet fully recovered from the previous excitement, were now hit by a new wave of adrenaline. And of course, Jungkook didn't let up. His expression changed like a performer getting into character. His gaze sharpened, his jaw tightened, and his movements became more precise. Many ARMY members recorded the moment, and some even remarked that Jungkook looked like the lead actor of a stage action movie, who continued to lead the concert. The silver chains on his costume reflected the strobe lights, creating a visual illusion that made him appear to be wrapped in lightning bolts with every move. Meanwhile, the other members were just as powerful. RM rapped with a heart-pounding intensity, Jimin danced with heavenly precision, V radiated a mysterious aura that stunned fans, J-Hope lit up the stage with his smile, Suga delivered a sharp flow that filled the atmosphere, Jin seemed like a timeless visual, and all of them came together to create a stage harmony that was hard to compare with any other performer in the world. Midway through the performance, ARMY began to realize something. The drone capture wasn't just a rare, unexpected occurrence, but a symbol of the opening of a new era. An era where BTS would emerge not just as musicians, but as performance artists ready to combine technology, spontaneity, and theatricality in a show that felt like a film and music festival all rolled into one. As time passed and the next songs echoed, the atmosphere at Goyang Stadium transformed into a space of wonder. Some ARMY members cried with emotion, some jumped non-stop, and others froze in their seats in awe of the epic journey unfolding before their eyes. And as the night wore on, the sense of awe deepened in the audience. As the concert drew to a close, ARMY members were overcome with emotion. They knew that last night's events would be talked about for years to come. And just before the concert closed, Jungkook stood at the front of the stage, gazing out at the sea of ARMYs still trembling with intense emotion. He smiled a small smile, the same smile he'd shown moments after catching the drone, as if to signal something he was holding back. That smile seemed to say, "This is just the beginning." With the stage lights slowly dimming and the echoing voices of ARMYs calling their names, BTS left the stage with an aura beyond words. That night's Goyang wasn't just a concert. It was the night a new chapter began, marked by the spontaneous actions of the Maknae who never fails to capture the world's attention. And now, with the Era tour poised to expand to other countries, one big question hangs in the air of global fandom. If Goyang has already rocked the world, what other surprises will come on the stages to come?